we are often not our thoughts, but the thinker of those thoughts. And the thoughts that we have are like sub-personalities that are not really necessarily our normal, rational, real self. So when we're dealing with rational people, not these sub-personalities, we have a capacity to be able to listen. But when we're dealing with our sub-personalities that can be quite defensive, sometimes we don't have that level of being able to listen. So if we look at, obviously it's like a Russian doll, isn't it? We are a person within a person within a person within a person within a person. My final person is much thinner and better looking, just so you know. But it shows up in forms of how we feel in power or not in power. That tends to be how these sub-personalities react. They are very keen on feeling that I have equality and that everything is fair and that I have my own level of autonomy and that I have my own level of power. If we feel our power is being ripped away from us, that's when one of these sub-personalities will become defensive, and that will make us a difficult person. It's just self-protection. That's kind of, we all do it to a certain extent. It's the story we tell ourselves when we've had a difficult day. We come home and we open a bottle of wine, or we are home and we own another bottle of wine. It's the stories that we tell ourselves, and it's about how we can listen to those stories and go, who's telling this story? Is my inner critic telling this story? Is my inner saboteur telling this story? Is my inner teacher telling this story? Is my inner coach telling this story? Like, who's telling the story? So whenever we feel that we're having our power taken away from us, that would be what would be described as a trigger point.